So you're thinking about starting a credit business here in South Africa? That's a fantastic idea. But let's be honest, figuring out all the legal stuff can feel like a real maze. Well, in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that complexity. We're giving you a simple, step-by-step blueprint to get your business registered and up and running the right way. Let's dive in. First things first, what actually separates a legit legal credit provider from, an illegal loan shark? Well, it really all comes down to one crucial thing: legal registration. Operating inside the official framework isn't just a good idea, it's the absolute foundation of a trustworthy and sustainable business. So let's break down exactly how you build that foundation. Before you even think about lending a single rand, you've got to understand the rules of the game. And in South Africa's credit industry, the official rulebook is the National Credit Act, or the NCA for short. Getting to grips with this, that's your essential first move. So what is the NCA exactly? Well, it was set up back in 2005 to create a fair and transparent credit market, one that really protects consumers. It makes sure all lending is responsible and happens within a clear legal framework. And the number one thing you need to take away from this: registration isn't optional, it is absolutely mandatory. And trust me, this is not a step you want to try and skip. Operating without being registered can lead to some really severe penalties. We're talking heavy fines, serious legal action, and they can even shut down your entire business. Honestly, it's just not worth the risk. Okay, so we've covered the why. Let's get into the what. Before you even start the application, you need to assemble your toolkit. Think of it like gathering all your ingredients before you start cooking. It just makes the whole process so much smoother. All right, first up in your toolkit are the fees. There's a one-time, non-refundable application fee of 500 Rand. This is what you'll pay just to get your application processed by the National Credit Regulator, or NCR. On top of that, if you're planning to operate from more than one physical spot, you've got to factor in a branch fee. That's 250 Rand for each additional office or storefront. So make sure you bake that into your startup budget. Now, think of this page right here as your pre-flight checklist for success. You're going to need everything from your company registration with the CIPC, that's the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission, all the way to proof that you're registered with SARS, the South African Revenue Service. Getting all these documents gathered and certified first will save you a ton of time and headaches down the road. Got your toolkit all assembled? Fantastic! Now, let's get to the real heart of this explainer: the 4-step blueprint that will take you straight to becoming an officially registered credit provider. And here it is, clear as day. Step 1, go to the NCR's website and download the forms. Step 2, fill out the main application. That's going to be Form 2. And make sure every single detail is perfect. Step 3, this is where that toolkit you gathered comes in handy. And finally, Step 4, send everything, the form, all your documents, and your proof of payment off to the NCR. And this is a really crucial point. You want to know the most common reason for applications getting delayed or even rejected? Simple errors. Seriously, take your time, double-check every name, every number, every date. A few extra minutes of being precise right now can save you weeks, maybe even months of waiting later. Now, getting that registration certificate, that's a huge milestone for sure. But look, it's the starting line, not the finish line. A truly successful business is built on long-term compliance and having a rock-solid reputation for ethical practices. You'll probably run into a few common hurdles, but they're actually pretty easy to get over. Incomplete documents? Just go back to your checklist. Worried about delays? Accuracy is your absolute best defense. And if you're ever unsure about the legal side of things, please don't just guess. Getting professional advice is a smart investment in your business's future. Once you're registered, you have some ongoing duties. This means you have to strictly follow all the NCAA rules, you have to file your annual returns with the regulator, renew your registration on time, and maybe most importantly, commit to being ethical and transparent with your clients. That is how you build trust and a business that lasts. And you're not out there on your own in this. The National Credit Regulator basically acts as the industry's referee. Their job is to monitor all the credit providers to make sure everyone is playing by the same rules, which creates a fair and safe market for everybody, lenders and borrowers alike. So as you can see, becoming a legal credit provider in South Africa isn't some big mystery. It's a clear, manageable process. We've given you the blueprint. The tools are now in your hands. So the only real question left is, what kind of successful and ethical business will you build with it?